Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are building a starter home. Well, attempting it. I mean, we did finish it, but let me tell you, this one was rough. I had this idea for a house, and like you can see here, I ended up making it like decently big. It has a second floor too, so I probably ended up making it too big. I had to go shrink it down in the end, and it kind of bummed me out because this house actually looks like really cute at one point in this video, and I realized I went way over budget and had to make a ton of changes. Anyway, so I'm using a lot of the Seasons windows and doors because, you know, they're pretty cheap and, like, they look nice. And I'm trying to figure out, like, the general shape of the house. And like I said, this house looks super cute at one point. And, like, I'm really upset that I had to change it as much as I did. Like, I kind of want to rebuild this house not as a starter home and see how cute it could be because it has some great potential. I had these grand plans. I'm going to have this, like, nice patio on the back, and I was going to have this, like, driveway and a fence going around. Like, you'll see me put the fence in, and then at the end, I'm like, nope, we can't afford this. I actually put a bunch of landscaping in, and I might have cut that out of this video. I don't think I did, actually. I put a bunch of landscaping in, and then realized I couldn't afford it and had to, like, delete all of it and go in at the very end with, like, debug landscaping, because I just really underestimated how hard it is to build a starter home. I never do starter homes. I always cheat my money, so, yeah, this was a real challenge for me. Anyway, so here I am putting in this landscaping. I'm struggling to make it look good without putting a bunch of things in. And, you know, little did I realize I had to get rid of it all anyway. I was really, really tight for money at the end. Like, you'll see this go from, like, a cute-looking house to, a disaster. Yeah, you see I did that fence. I thought that it'd be okay, and I was like, oh, I don't have to put the whole thing around. Like, it'll be cute. I'll landscape around it. Like, it'll look fine. No, way too much money. With the floor plan, I actually had a really easy time. I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted this house to have 3 decent-sized bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and a laundry room, which I ended up getting rid of. You can see on the top floor here, the way I have it set up is those 2 little rooms would have been 1 a bathroom and 1 a laundry room, and that just wasn't cost-effective, so we had to get rid of that. Here I am going in and picking out all of the floors and wallpapers and putting in lights. The lights I just put in temporary because they did cost a lot. So I ended up just, you know, putting them in for lighting now and then moving them out later. Watching this video back, I am like so upset with how much cute potential this house had before I had to ruin it to make it a starter home. So yeah, guys, if you buy this house and make your Sims a bunch of money, you can like change it. Oh my gosh, here I am putting cabinets out and I put those cheap ones down and I was like, no, I can't do it. And, like, I should have. If I would have kept them, I bet I wouldn't have had to make the changes I had to make in the end. I really ruined this house at the end. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what I want to do about the kitchen. Like, I really wanted this little bathroom to stay here. And I was like, oh, now it's perfect. I have, like, this little laundry nook. It doesn't stay like that. You know, trying to cut some corners. You would be surprised with how many times I had to, like, stop building and, like, leave the lot to figure out how much this was costing. Because there was a family that was living here. And it just wasn't updating right. So, yeah, there was a lot of cutting in this video. There was a lot of video cuts I had to make to cut that all out, so you don't have to see me constantly going back to the world manager. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Yeah, so here I am adding in some decorations. I'm like, oh, let's put curtains on all these windows and a fireplace and a TV. Nope, none of that stays either. And then I decided to use these couches because they're the cheapest, and there's these newer swatches that have like texture to them. And I don't like this color, but I thought I would use it because I never use it, and I ended up putting a lot of orange in this house, and I'm not really an orange person, and I think that kind of takes away from it too. I probably could have picked a better color scheme. But, you know, here I am, just ruin a house that was actually decently cute, just like I'm good at. Here I am changing out all the toilets because I realized I put expensive ones in and that just wasn't going to work. I also put these bathtub shower combos in, but I'm pretty sure I removed all of them in the end because they were just too much money. I think I switched them out for just showers. So if you have a toddler at this house, you're going to have to put bathtubs in. But, you know, we just didn't have money for that, and I was really unwilling to change any more of the exterior of the house than I already did. Yeah, looking back, I made this house way too big. It was way too big. I could have made it like an empty starter home, and like honestly that's how I like to play The Sims. I like to have the houses look like they're move-in ready, like maybe just like the kitchen is furnished and the bathrooms, but like everything else is empty and the Sims have to collect things. I mean, that's just how I play. But yeah. most people want a furnished house when they play The Sims. So here I am trying to build this starter home, and it is a disaster. Moving things around again because the spacing just wasn't quite right. Like, I didn't have enough furniture to really work with. Oh, there I am getting rid of everything in the front because it just cost too much money. Here I thought I'd add some nice like orange accent walls because I realized I wasn't going to be able to afford to put very much stuff on the walls. And I also changed the bathroom counters out for those crappy ones. I figured it didn't really matter in there. And there's some weird clippings, so there's like a weird little plot of flooring above the steps that I just couldn't get to go away without the roof clipping in. So that's awesome. And here I am really struggling to fill up these giant bedrooms that I put in because at this point I was over budget and didn't even realize it, and I knew I was close to the budget. So I'm picking cheap things and trying to shove them in corners to make it look better, and it really wasn't helping. At this point, I think I was about 8,000 simoleons over, and I was like, oh man, we have to make some major changes to this house. This isn't going to work out. Like, I don't know how I can cut that down. So here I am taking in the insides of the house. Oh no, I'm trying to change the roof, and then I ended up moving. I moved the whole walls in just to make it a little bit smaller on each of the top sides of the house. I did it to the other side too. And that brought down the cost dramatically, but I still think I had a lot of changing to do at this point. So now I'm just kind of fixing the bedrooms. Oh my gosh, I think I made them even a little smaller in the end. Oh yes, okay. So I also made I also made the downstairs all a little bit smaller, and then I think I went back up and did the same thing upstairs. There was a lot of shifting things around to get this to work, because at this point, it was furnished so bare, I didn't want to get rid of anything. I was having a rough time. Here I am deleting some of the ceiling lights I put in and putting cheaper lighting options throughout the house. And like I said, here I am shrinking the house down again. It's so sad. Like, the house looks so good originally, and now it just looks kind of pathetic. I mean, it's still like a decent looking starter home, but it's, it's not great. It was much cuter before. I probably should have just kept it kind of empty. I don't know. And I had to delete some bedroom furniture because it wouldn't all fit now. So that's cool. But luckily your Sims don't really need a dresser. It's not a big deal. It's fine, guys. I actually think the upstairs bedrooms might be bigger. Or at least the one is probably bigger than the master bedroom now. It's fine though, guys. No big deal. And here I realized I never put flooring on the porch. So I'm throwing that on there. And now I'm trying to put some paintings in to make it look a little more lively, and I think I still had to delete some of them because there wasn't enough money. So now I'm just going through the debug menu to pull out a bunch of plants so I can actually have like something going on the outside of this house to try to give it some cuteness back. I really was upset about my fence that I wanted, so I ended up using this like debug fencing to try to make them have like a little bit of a fenced in yard, and it turned out all right. It's fine. I'm pretty sure your Sims can walk right through that fence, so it doesn't actually serve much of a purpose besides looking cute, but it gave them something. And I found this like debug patio set. It's not gonna work, but it looks cute. It's not like your Sims ever actually sit at that stuff anyway, so does it really matter? No. So here I am throwing a little bit of plants in here to try to make it not look so sad, and that is the end of the build. Now on to the screenshots. Please like and comment, subscribe to my channel, all that cool stuff, and make sure to check me out on the gallery page. It's linked below in the description. Have a great day.